My name is Chef Lily and welcome to Cooking in the Hood. So today, I'm making a barbecue chicken for my son's birthday. So he want barbecue chicken, Caribbean cabbage, macaroni and cheese, candied carrots, yellow rice, and cornbread. So first, we're going to get started mixing up the seasoning for this barbecue chicken. So we're going to take a tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of paprika. Chicken is never right without paprika, even if it's smoked or regular. You always gotta have paprika with chicken. We got us a tablespoon of cumin. This cumin always good with barbecue. We got a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm gonna use a teaspoon of this chili powder in my seasoning because I really don't like spicy stuff, but some people do. But then if I make it spicy, then I can't eat it. And finally, a tablespoon of lemon pepper. And then we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of this mesquite barbecue in it to go over the chicken. Y'all didn't see that, did you? Probably did. All right. We're gonna take a fork and we're gonna mix all this up together. Oh, I almost forgot my salt, y'all, but we're gonna use a teaspoon of that salt. Because you can always add salt, you can't never take it away. Mix all that up together in this bowl. Now over in this pan, I have my chicken already washed and put in the pan here with a little Italian dressing. I already washed it and got a little Italian dressing on it and let it set in there for about a good hour. Okay, then we're gonna take this seasoning that we made up, we're gonna sprinkle it over this chicken. And then I'm gonna show y'all open it. Put it on there, hold it up, let y'all see it. So we want this seasoning up real good. So there go our chicken that we're gonna use seasoning up to put barbecue. So you got all that good seasoning, and mesquite, and all that good flavor right there. Can I get some foil? Where's my foil? Dang. Well, it's coming, y'all. Thank you. We're gonna cover this up. We're gonna put it in the oven. I have my oven preheating. It's on 375. So we're gonna put this in the oven at 375 and let it cook for about a good 20 minutes in the beginning with the foil on, and then And then I'm gonna take the foil off, and then I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on it and put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes. Now, ain't that some hell of a foil for y'all people? Wow. Where they do that at? It's right here. This is Cooking in the Hood with Chef Lily. And that's what it is. So just give me a minute, y'all. Bear with me. Now, let me see if I can get this loose. Can I tell them, hey? Sure. Y'all know who this is coming in here. Especially y'all old. Especially y'all already on YouTube. Y'all know who this is.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Yeah.
This is Cooking with Tip, y'all. Y'all see Chef Lily. I told y'all my sister was coming at you. She coming at you, y'all. Yes, she is, baby.
Okay, Chef.
I just want to say hey, y'all.
Next thing we're going to make is some candied carrots. Now, these are canned carrots that I washed and drained and rinsed with hot water. Now you can use fresh carrots if you want them, but it take a little longer. So we're just gonna do I'm gonna call it semi-homemade because if you put love in anything, it still would taste the same as if you did it from scratch. So we're gonna use canned carrots today. So there's a 4 cans of canned carrots. Then we dump it in this big bowl right here. Okay. So we got a stick of butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and pure vanilla, salt.
Go over this again. Say that again.
Say it one more time.
Yeah, girl, you said it kind of fast.
I did. Okay, well we have brown sugar, salt, stick of butter, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, and I need some white sugar. But my sister's sitting over there buying sugar, so I'm gonna have to go over there and get that. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get us a cup of 2 cups of brown sugar. We wanna get that nice and tight down. You know, you want it to be sweet. So we said candied carrot. We didn't say semi-sweet. So we're gonna use 1 cup of brown sugar. Then we're gonna use another cup, which makes 2. Thank you, sis.
You're welcome.
Tight this down. 2 cups of brown sugar. A cup of white sugar. We got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Half teaspoon nutmeg. And a tablespoon of cinnamon. Put this off. And my other tablespoon, I have more than one.
I got that, y'all.
Woohoo! Thank you. 2. Okay. Now we need a stick of butter. So I'm gonna nuke this in the microwave for a minute, and I'll be right back with y'all. Now, when we get the butter in here, we're gonna stir that around. Then we're gonna put it in this pan. And we're going to cover it with the other pan that I have over there to match this. And we're going to put this also in the oven at 375 for about a good 35 minutes. Now this candied carrots go good with pork. Any pork recipe, because you know pork and sweet go together. But if I be doing barbecue, and my son's going to love this dish, he asked me to fix it for him. Okay.
Is it soft enough?
Yeah, that's soft enough. We can go all right. We're going to add that 1 stick of butter in there. We're going to mix all that together. In this big bowl here, which I'm going to let y'all see. The beginning of the process, we're going to mix all that together. Get all them carrots coated with all that good sweet stuff. And then we're going to add us a 1/2 teaspoon of this pure vanilla. Mix that. Get that all mixed up. All coated good. Then we're going to add it to this pan here. Trust me, when you cook this, you're going to love this. Now sometimes, I know how to make a carrot souffle from this, which is also good. But sometimes I like to get away from different stuff because we always eating yams and all that other stuff. But these are going to taste just like candied yams when it's done. And your kids going to love it. You're going to spread that all through the pan. Okay. And then we're going to get this other pan here that has a matching cover to. That's what I call it. And we're going to cover it up. And we're going to put this in the oven also at 375 for about 30-35 minutes. with the chicken. Okay? Chicken and carrots in. Now, clean this next to garlic this. So we're gonna stick that over there to be clean. Now the next thing I have for y'all, which I'm gonna cut up my cabbage and get my cabbage started. So move all this out of the way, people. I'm a little nervous, people, but I told y'all last time when I was a guest on my sister show, we made them beautiful cakes that was that Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
So just bear with me. So now we're gonna take them cabbage. Now I like my cabbage cut big chunks because I don't like my cabbage cooked done or dark or soft. So I cut mine in big pieces to keep it nice and crunchy with a good texture to it. There's nothing worse than soft, dark cabbage. We're gonna take this, we're gonna take that green leaf off right there because that's too dark. We don't need that. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna cut it down the middle the long way. I'm gonna turn it on his head, on his back, on the front, and I'm gonna cut it down again into 4 pieces. Can I have a big bowl bite so I can put my cabbage in as I cut it, please?
Yes, ma'am. My dad cooking with Tim, baby.
Cooking with Tim, I'm sorry. My bad. It is cooking with Tim. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Chef Lily.
Thank you.
Cooking in the hood. Cooking in the hood.
Cooking in the hood. So
yeah, baby.
Cooking
in the hood with Chef Lily, y'all.
I cut my cabbage in big chunks, like I said, because I like my food to have texture on it. I don't like soft cabbage, so we're going to put that in the bowl. I mean, some people take out the core, but I'm going to take it out for y'all, but I like the core. I grew up eating the core. My mom had to chop it all up in hers. So, trash. And we're going to cut this one. We're going to add that to the bowl. So I have 2 of these cabbages here that I have to cut up. And I'm going to cut this one. I mean, it's up to you how you want to cut your cabbage. It's up to you and how your household eat it. Add that to it. Put this in the garbage. All right. We getting it done now. And the last cabbage head. Add that to the bowl. Okay. Put this one. We're going to take this cabbage over here and we're going to wash this cabbage in some cold water before we put it on the stove. Because again, I say I'm making Caribbean cabbage. So we're going to take these seeds out of this bell pepper here. And we're going to take half of this onion. I don't need this big old onion. That's a big onion, y'all. So we're going to cut this onion down the middle. Take the other half for later. And that bowl there. Get off this one. That side. Okay. Cabbage with no water. Now, we're going to take this onion and we're going to cut it on the angle. The long way to get long rings for your cabbage. Onion, and we're gonna use the whole bell pepper. But this is kind of small. Just pour out of there. Okay. Slice this up real thin. And we also gonna put thyme in this. So that's what gives it the Caribbean flavor, that thyme and the onion and bell pepper, and not cooking it long. All right. Now onion and bell pepper. Pepper now onion for our cabbage. So what I'm going to do is I'm turn this pot on and get it heated up a little bit with a little oil in the bottom. Well, I'm just using regular vegetable oil, people, but I really like bacon fat because to me it gives your food more flavor. We're going to start with a little bit of that vegetable oil in the bottom of that pan and let it get hot and ripple. And then we're going to add our cabbage halfway. We're going to add half of the cabbage to this hot grease, and then we're going to put half of the onion and bell pepper in the middle. Then we're going to add the rest of the cabbage and put the rest of the onion and bell pepper on top. And the thyme, because that's what makes it Caribbean. Okay? So we're going to let this pan get hot. And while that pan get hot, I'm going over to the refrigerator to get the thyme. Now, a good secret to keeping your herbs good, if you buy fresh herbs versus dry herbs, you always get your paper towel and wet it with some cold water and wrap your herbs in it and sit in the refrigerator and it'll last a little longer. So after I use some of this out of this batch, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover it with some wet paper towel and put it in the refrigerator. So we're going to take, I'm going to use like 3 sprigs, I would say, in this round of cabbage here. No, we're going to make it 4. So 4 sprigs of fresh thyme. Then we're going to take this paper towel, like I told you. Then we're going to wet it. So I'm going to the sink here and I'm going to wet this paper towel. Just a little. Just a little. Like that. Okay. And then we're going to take it. Let me get this little board here. We're going to lay it on the board. Like that. Then we're going to take the rest of this thyme that we're not using and we're going to put it in the middle of this paper towel. Like this. And you're going to roll it up. And you can sit it back in this container if you want. And that's what I'm going to do right for now. We're going to sit it back in this container and put it in the refrigerator.
Why, lady?
Listen. I'm bougie hood, though. I'm all bougie hood. So I want some of this lemon pepper, we want some of this onion, we want some of this garlic, and we want some of this chili powder and salt for our cabbage. Good people out there that's gonna watch me and love my food and love my cooking. And we also need some soul seasoning. That's what I'm gonna use today. All right, our pan's smoking, so there go the heat that we're looking for. And we're gonna add half of this cabbage.
You gonna do what?
We're gonna add half of this cabbage. The camera turned that way. There we go. We're gonna add half of this cabbage. So hot grease. Oh yeah, that's good and hot, see. Good and hot. Half the cabbage. Onion and bell pepper. We're going to add half of this with sprigs of thyme. Okay? Put this back over here. Now we're going to go back. Get down there. See? That's what it look like. Then we're going to take this other half of this cabbage and we're going to put it on top of that. Like that. sis, would you open that can of chicken stock for me? Can of chicken stock.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take our seasonings and add. So this off. And dry it down real quick. Now remember, I don't like to cook with salt because you can always add salt, but you can't never take it away. So we're gonna use a half teaspoon of salt to the pot. And we're gonna use one can of chicken stock. I'm gonna put that on the bottom because I don't want my stuff to start sticking down now. So we're gonna use this can of chicken stock in there. We're gonna use half a can. And because you know cabbage make its own moisture. We just want to get the bottom of that pan wet. So it won't stick. We're gonna use a half teaspoon of chili powder. We're gonna use 2/2 teaspoons of garlic powder, which that looks like it's all of it, so we're gonna dump that in there. 2/2 teaspoons of onion powder, because that's the only thing I have, and that's about all in there. We're gonna put all that in there too. Wow. What? And we're gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon pepper. Well, I ain't doing right. Then we're gonna add 2/2 teaspoons of soul seasoning to this cabbage. Okay. Then we're gonna add the rest of our onion, bell pepper, and fresh thyme to the top. Okay. Go. See that pot, y'all? That looks good. And then once it starts, we're gonna cover this up. And once it starts cooking, I'm gonna take it and toss it around and get all the seasoning in there.
No leaving the patty before.
We're gonna cover this with a piece of foil. And I have it on medium, but I'm gonna put it on 4 because I want it to come up to a slow, not no fast, rapid water boil. We're gonna cover that up and we're gonna let that go for a minute. Now, we're gonna focus on the macaroni and cheese. Okay. Because I have some boiling water already back here. So we're gonna put this to the front with me and turn this back on. Let the water come back to a good boil. Alright, now, before the macaroni and cheese go, I know a lot of y'all out there in the cooking land, out there in YouTube world or whatever it is, y'all gonna say, oh, she's supposed to make it homemade. And we're gonna make semi-homemade because I just love to use the base of this cheese in this box to go with my bechamel. I mean, everybody can do what you do, prefer to do how you do it. But I also use real cheddar and milk and flour. So now I'm getting ready to make my macaroni and cheese. So in this bowl right here, I have a cup of regular elbow noodles, just plain regular elbow noodles. And remember, I told you I like to mix mine with a store-bought kind with the Velveeta-like packet cheese in it. Now, I just don't use that all by itself. I mix it with my homemade. So believe me, y'all might say, oh, but it's gonna be good. It's semi-homemade and it tastes just as good if we really broke down and did from scratch. We're gonna do that anyway. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over here and season my water with some salt and some oil for the macaroni. Water already boiling. I'm gonna take salt. And you know you have to season this like the ocean to give your pasta some flavor. So we're gonna add some salt to this. Now, how much salt you want to add, that's on you. So to me, that looked like enough. Maybe that was about a tablespoon of salt. Then we're gonna do maybe a half teaspoon of oil. Okay. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get our macaroni. Which remember now, this is just a plain old box with the in the middle. And a lot of y'all probably saying, oh. So we're gonna add our cup of regular noodles and this box of elbow noodles with the cheese. Then we're gonna stir this up. I'm gonna let that get cooking. Spoon now. Let me go ahead and wash this, but you know garlic is next clean, so we're gonna clean this up. This is the bowl the cabbage was in. And that'll quick wipe out. And a quick rinse. Get it out the way. Okay. Alright. Now, while we waiting on that to come back to a boil, we're going to check on this cabbage that we put on earlier. And you see I got it on a slow roll, so you ain't got to worry about it coming up to a boil too fast in your food. And we're going to toss this around with all that seasoning on everything. We're going to bring some of that from the bottom to the top, which I need my bigger tongs for that, excuse me. Which is on this end, excuse me. Take that, we're gonna toss that around. Get all that good and coated. Oh, shoot. If you don't make a mess, it's not right. Always gotta drop something. Okay. Let that cook. We're gonna turn this up a little bit to like medium. Come it back to cool. All right. Now we waiting on that to cook. I guess I can do my cornbread. We're gonna take. I'm using Jiffy Mix. Y'all know you can get this out in the store, or you can use regular cornmeal if you prefer that. But I like sweet cornbread, so it's a southern thing, I guess. We're gonna use one box of this Jiffy. Just gotta throw me an egg on my cornbread, please. Y'all, you know this is my first show, so I'm just now getting this thing together. And I promise you, the more I come to you, the better I'm gonna get. So just bear with me. All right, my sugar. All right. Now for this cornbread, we're going to use 1 box of Jiffy, 1 egg, a 1/2 cup of sugar, and about a 1/2 cup of milk. Here. So we're going to crack this egg in here. We're going to add our sugar. Almost a 1/2 cup, not quite. But I like it sweet. My people like it sweet like cake. So then we're gonna add milk until we can mix it. Don't tell Tiffany I did that, y'all. I really don't measure my milk. I just like to use my milk till I get my cornbread well incorporated. I'm gonna mix that up. So we're gonna take a 1/2 stick of margarine. I knew it. Huh? Well, you know what? Cut for me. Added 1 cup of Jiffy, 1 box of Jiffy, 1 egg, milk, sugar, a 1/2 cup of sugar, and a 1/2 stick of margarine to a cornbread mix. I'll mix that up. And remember, I just add milk to incorporate my ingredients because I don't like my cornbread watery. I like it thick like cake batter. to me it tastes better. So once we get that butter incorporated in there, we take this batter. Now I took my pan that I'm using to bake my cornbread in. I added some oil to it, and then I put it in the oven and let it get a little hot. Okay. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. And then we're gonna add this cornbread mix to this.
I said we weren't people like y'all.
Put cornbread mix in there. Then we're gonna take this. We're also gonna put this in a 375-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes. Because you know the box require you to cook it on 400, but since we're already 375, we're gonna keep it at 375. Okay? We're gonna add this to the rack. If I can get that in there, people. I really don't want it on the top because I don't want the top to burn. Well, I think we're going to leave it to the top here. Okay. Now we're done with that. Now I'm going over to the macaroni and cheese. But first I'm going to clean this pot out, which I've already cooked and drained my macaroni. Now I'm going to clean out this bowl right quick. That I say. Okay. So now we're going on over to the macaroni and cheese. Now with the macaroni and cheese, I'm going to make a bechamel sauce with this. So I'm going to use the same pot that I cook my noodles in. And then I'm going to use a half a stick of margarine at the bottom and let that heat up and melt to the pan. Okay. Get that butter good and melted. Once we get all this butter melted, and then I have 2 tablespoons of flour. Then we're going to add to this. We're going to let that cook down. We got to cook the rawness out of it, so we're going to let that cook down a little bit. Excuse me. Now, add a little oil because it's kind of gummy. We want that to lay it. There we go. A little bit of oil. Just a little bit. We're going to cook that down and get the raw face off of it. Because if you don't, your pasta will taste like raw flour. Your base. So that means you'll have some nasty macaroni and cheese. So I just added maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Because remember, you can always add salt, but you can't take it away. Remember that. So, cook that, and then we're going to use black pepper here. There we go. Here you go. That's about a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to let that cook. Real good. Now, when it comes down to making your bechamel, always remember 1 tablespoon of flour always equal 1 cup of liquid. So if you use 2 tablespoons of flour, you need 2 cups of liquid. So in this case, I use 2 tablespoons of flour, so I need 2 cups of milk. Once I cook the rawness off of this flour, we're gonna keep whisking that around. And you can tell when it gets done because it's going to get a little nutty smell to it. It's not going to smell all raw. Like it first smell when you put that flour in that butter. So when you get that little nutty smell to it, you know you have cooked off the rawness of your flour. But you got to make sure you get that out because if you don't, it will let you know. So while they're doing that, we're going to check on this cabbage here. We're going to toss this cabbage around again. Pull this to the front so you can see. Ooh, that smells so good. I wish y'all could smell this. So good. I'm sorry, Pooh. I forgot you were showing. Stir that around some more. And all that seasoning, onion, bell pepper, all through all of that Caribbean, that good Caribbean cabbage. Sit that back on the burner. Put some oil back on that. Now, I go to our room mixture. Now I smell the nutty smell to it. See, it kind of turned a little color, got a little darkness to it, not as white as it was. And then you need to ready to add to it. So we got 1 cup of milk. We're going to add to that. Ooh, I put my strain in the trash. You didn't see that? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Then we're going to add another cup of milk. That's 2 cups of milk to my 2 tablespoons of flour. Mix that up real good. Look at that over there. And then we're going to take, this is a 1/2 cup of sliced cheese, block cheese that I sliced. We're going to put that in there. That's the base of my bechamel. We're going to put that in there. And remember, you can't rush cheese, so we can turn that down on low and let that cheese melt in there. Now, this cube cheese is going inside of my macaroni once I mix it all up together. And then we got 2 cups of shredded cheese, which is going to go on top once I mix it together and put it in the pan. Okay? Now, off the table here, get some of this mess cleaned up. Okay. Now, once that cheese melts, then we can add the macaroni in. And then we have to stick that in the oven. But first, I gotta get these dishes washed. So, it won't be none in the way. And plus, cleanliness makes the godliness, and we want it to be clean. I don't wait for nobody's house when their kitchen ain't clean either. So, I don't want the world to know that it has to be clean in the kitchen. All right. Let that cheese melt. Thank you. And the cheese melt in there. Yeah, that's looking good. And once we get all that cheese melted inside of that flour and milk, we're gonna add our pasta. And then y'all gonna see what I do with the little processed stuff over there on the side. That's just something extra I like. That don't mean y'all have to do it. Okay. We need a fan on him. Turn on some air. We in Florida and it's hot. Woo. All right. All my cheese is incorporated and melted in there. Oh, I see one piece swing around in there. Let me get that one melted down in there first. All right. Now, got that melted in there. So now, ooh, it's hot. We're gonna add the macaroni from earlier to this. We're gonna move this from the heat. That's how it's burning off. I hope it is. Sit this over here. We're gonna add our pasta. Ooh. Damn it. I always gotta make a mess. It's never good if you don't make a mess, they say. Okay. We'll mix that up in that. Get that all down there now. Mix that up together first. Then we're gonna move it off the heat because we gotta add an egg, and then we don't want the egg to scramble, so that's one of the reasons why I took it off the heat, people. Okay. And get all that mixed up in there good. Then we're gonna come over here and get this kind. Oh, and I need to get some margarine, so excuse me 1 minute. Get some more margarine here. Alright. Now, since the margarine got the measuring things on it, so we're gonna use a half cup of this aside the macaroni and cheese. Yeah. That's what we're gonna use, a half cup. So we're gonna cut it at half cut mark, which is right there. Put it in the butter and drop that in. Drop that in. And we can set this to the side right there for a minute. Okay. Good. Okay. Then we're gonna take this processed stuff here that y'all probably turning y'all nose up to. Out there in TV land, computer land, YouTube land, wherever we at. Alright. This is just something I remember, something I like to do. We're gonna add this cheese to it. That's just what I like to do, people. We're gonna mix that up. Break that in there, just like that. Look how creamy that looks. And y'all be talking all that noise, but look at that. Okay, we're gonna add an egg to this. 1 egg. I'm tired and I'm nervous. Just go get laughing. I'm tired and I'm nervous. I want to sit down. I'm used to cooking and going to sit down and getting back up. Going to sit down, get back up. But now that I'm working, I can't sit down. So we're gonna take 1 egg, people. And we're gonna crack it down. And you're gonna mix that real good, like so. Now, I was always taught that black pepper was the key to good macaroni and cheese, which I believe that. Because without black pepper, you don't have no good macaroni and cheese. So, first I need to taste this, because sometimes you know that processed cheese be salty. We might not need no salt. But we're going to need a little seasoned salt, because it ain't right without seasoned salt and paprika. So we're going to taste it. But we don't need any salt. But I know we need some pepper. So, this is a half teaspoon, people. So I'm going to do 2 of these half teaspoons. Okay. And then we're going to use a little paprika. 1/2 teaspoon paprika in there. And seasoning salt, man. It's behind you. Get that seasoning off right here. Excuse me. And we're going to use a half teaspoon of this seasoned salt. Okay. Then we're going to mix that up in there. take our cheese I showed you earlier. This is a half cup of block cheese that I diced and cut up in cubes. We're gonna add that to it. Mix that up through there. Now, if it's not wet enough for you, you can add more milk if you wanna. It all depends on how you like your own macaroni and cheese. For me, I think I'm gonna add a little more milk to this because I want a little more juice in mine. So we're gonna get some more milk here. But when you're making your bechamel, you only use a cup of milk to your tablespoon of flour. So since I want a little more moisture to this, I'm gonna add a little more milk. Just a little bit. There we go. I think that's right there. After we done mixed all that up together, don't that look good? Look at that. That's so cheesy. All right. We're gonna add it to the pan, huh? Put it in the pan. Ooh, it just fit too. It just did fit, y'all. I almost overdid it, but it just did fit. All right. Look at that, people. Tell me that don't look good. And then we're gonna take our 2 cups of shredded cheese that I had, and we're gonna add it to the top. Now, y'all remember the last time when I was a guest on my sister show me did them cakes, I was telling y'all about my breast cancer situation. So I just want to give y'all an update out there about it. Everything seemed to be good. Everything is going lovely. If I can defeat breast cancer in the 3rd stage, then anybody can defeat anything with God first. So again, I'm getting teary-eyed when I talk about it with y'all. But as far as my surgery came on, it all went off wonderful. They are redoing my breast now, and I'm just as happy. I'm ready for that to get through, so I can get back on with my life. And I got some plans and some goals. You know, y'all see, this is one of them. So we're gonna take this macaroni and cheese. First, we're gonna check this chicken. Ooh, look at the cornbread. That's why I ain't going on the top. Okay. We're gonna look at this chicken, people. So again, I'm gonna still say every time I do a show and y'all see me, black women, please get yourself checked. Because I know it'll be a scary situation. They came to you and told you had it, but you don't have to die from it. You still have life after breast cancer. Okay? Ow! Shoot, that's hot. All right. We're gonna take this foil off this chicken. And we're gonna add our barbecue sauce on this chicken. Ooh. Look at that. Don't that look good? All that seasoning on there. So we're gonna take some barbecue sauce, which is here. Any brand you want, any brand you like, no particular. I didn't make it from scratch today, people. So we're gonna use store-bought barbecue sauce today. Next time I make it from scratch for y'all, I promise. But today we're gonna use store-bought. This is good. Add some of this to the top of this chicken. We're gonna put some on top of it, just like that. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven for about 15 more minutes, because that's gonna cook off the bone. The bone is showing, so we know that chicken about done. So we just wanna heat that through. Like so. Cornbread. Let's look at that. Ooh, that is beautiful. And it's done. It's over here. Ow! That's hot. All right. Now we're gonna put the macaroni and cheese in, and I think I better put this on another pan because that might bubble over. Since I got it at max, people. So we're gonna set another pan here. So when we bake this, it won't bubble all inside the oven on me. You want to add the macaroni and cheese to the top right. And we'll check on those candied carrots in a few minutes. It's not time to check on those yet. Okay. Now, you watch this pot. And then we're going to check on that cabbage one more time. And that'll be the finishing of my son's birthday dinner today. Okay. Okay, y'all, this is the check-in. We're going to check in the macaroni, the barbecue chicken, and they go to candied carrots, y'all. Look at that. It's getting all thick and good. It's going to be so good, but they're not quite ready yet. So we're going to let that go back in the oven for a little while. This is about ready. We're going to do like 2 more minutes on this chicken. And when we take chicken out, we're going to take macaroni out at the same time. So. Some of that juice off. And put it on the plate. So, then we're gonna come over here to the macaroni and cheese. Oh, and I'm cap mine off with some rice, y'all, some yellow rice. So, I'm gonna get a piece of this macaroni and cheese. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at all that cheese. Get there. Some of these candied carrots. Right there. And there we go. So now we're gonna sit down and we're gonna enjoy this food. I'm gonna get a fork here and go taste it. Too bad y'all can't taste it out there.
Wait, let me taste that, girl.
That tastes so good.
Give me some of that, girl.
There you go.
I want one of the candied carrots.
Oh yeah, that's one of your favorites.
Oh,
and you dropped it down your clothes.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Taste the macaroni and cheese.
Y'all, they're cooking with tip trying my sister Lily. Chef Lily food, y'all. Sure.
Don't drop them more down your clothes.
Mm.
A little bit of that Caribbean cabbage.
Well, this been, y'all did.
All right, y'all. This been Cooking in the Hood with Chef Lily. So until next time, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna get on this food.